My name is Adam, and the name of my project is Bleuberry. Bleuberry was kind of inspired by this proliferation of like all these different on-demand services that you can get like within an hour. You know, you can have pizza, alcohol, anything really delivered to your place. Yet your average consumer isn't necessarily tapped into that. And you guys have probably interacted with a lot of these services, but also probably only scratch the surface. There's still geographically relevant services for every single different city, every single different location. My whole idea is bringing all of these into one place so that depending on a city by city basis or just like your location, you're very easily being able to see every single service that's available to you. A good example of this is actually I was over in Boston earlier this week and I was just sitting down having a conversation, and one of the things that they mentioned was I shouldn't take an Uber. I should take a Fasten. And I was like, wait, what's a Fasten? And it turns out that a Fasten is significantly cheaper. It's based out of Boston, but that's something that only people from Boston would know. I would have no idea. And really, I mean, that hits home on the whole concept of Bleuberry because you can basically accumulate all that knowledge and then have that information available to you at your fingertips. So you can actually go to this application and quickly, let's click on Boston, where I was just 2 days ago. Now you can see everything that's available to you in Boston. Let's use alcohol. Boston's actually notoriously pretty limited in what they're offering is for alcohol, where in New York you might have about 6 different services. In Boston there's only one, and that's the problem, is that your average consumer wouldn't necessarily know that. Like, I'm a very firm believer that if we can take all of the knowledge that everybody has from all these different areas and put it into one source, you can truly democratize this so that everybody has equal access to this information. That's going to be a great win for both parties, both the consumer as well as just the overall service provider. So working with the advisors at Nextt has been an amazing experience. I needed somebody who could basically serve as a resource to me, serve as an educator, somebody who I can tap for anything. And Moshiur came through way over the top.
My name is Moshiur Tarafdar. I'm the Chief Technology Officer at Story2. I worked with Adam to develop a web application that is responsive, that could be usable in desktop and in mobile apps.
He was there every time I needed him. We had, intimate sessions where he would literally answer any of my stupid questions that I had and make it black and white, so that somebody who knows development to a certain extent, but still needed a lot of hand-holding, he was there for that entire process.
He has a very similar personality as I do. He likes to work really hard and at the same time get things done. Doesn't matter what time of the day it is. So although, I was working a full-time job and he was working a full-time job, we figured out timings that work for both of us. We got on Skype or we met late night, just grabbed a bite and just work our ideas out to get this project done on time.
There's so much to be said about, I think the way that we explain it now is accelerated by Nextt. And if you actually peel that back, it really makes the most sense, because this was over the course of maybe 4 weeks. I wound up basically doing a year's worth of work by being surrounded by these awesome advisors who were really willing to go out of their way, take their time. Any question that I had, it was just one email tap away. Yeah, I mean, that's like accelerating that process is really, I think, the best way to explain it.